Good morning. I'll call the meeting to order. We have a quorum. All three commissioners are present. We will start out with the flag salute. Commissioner Fund.
Please stand.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Chairman, I move we approve the minutes of January 28, 2013.
I second.
Motion has been made and seconded. Are there any further discussions, additions, corrections, or deletions? Call for the question. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Minutes are approved. There is no public comment this morning. We'll go into the next area, which is employee recognition. First one we'll do is Employee of the Quarter. We have three nominees. The first one is Vicki Metzger, Public Health and Social Services. Vicki has a special talent for working well with all types of people, including the general public, other departments, and other government agencies. In the third quarter and fourth quarter of 2012, she willingly and successfully took on additional challenge that demonstrated the following: exemplified the mission of Lewis County Public Health and Social Services, which is to strive to promote, enhance, and protect the health and well-being of our community through partnerships, education, and preventive services. The next nominee is Shad Hale. Shad was appointed as a temporary lead probation officer on May 1, 2011. Shad was tasked with implementing the newly imposed state requirements for the probation case management assessment process. Shad worked hard to develop supervisory skills and build rapport with his probation team. He developed an accident plan for the CMAP. Is that abbreviated CMAP? Our probation department met all state requirements for CMAP on January 15, 2013, including all entries into the statewide assessment database. Achieving compliance with CMAP delivers better outcomes for juveniles in the court system. Shad's work will improve the outcome for juveniles and their family in Lewis County. And the third nominee is Robin Merchant from the Sheriff's Office. Robin has demonstrated an outstanding ability to work under increased pressure and deadlines. In the last 3 months, the Lewis County Sheriff's Office has seen a major and marked increase in concealed pistol applications and pistol transfers. In 2011, we handled 1,297 pistol transfers and 1,341 concealed pistol applications. In 2012, we saw an increase of over 400 to 1,658 pistol transfers, an increase of 300 pistol application permits. A busy day used to be 8 CLPs. Now we see an average of 20 to 44 a day. This trend does not appear to be slowing down in 2013. This has taken a toll on our office, but Robin, who handles the bulk of the firearms issues, has managed to provide extraordinary customer service, all while keeping calm, professional, and friendly toward the public we serve. Could Vicki, Shad, and Robin stand up? I'm pretty sure we know who Shad is. Would you please come to the front, and then we will let you know who is the employee of the fourth quarter. Yep. In addition to Employee of the Quarter, we've come up with, and this has been for several years now, an Above and Beyond Award. And the Above and Beyond is incidents and events that happen above and beyond what you would normally expect in your job description. So we have several nominees for the fourth quarter Above and Beyond, and then we'll have the Above and Beyond of the year. So in the fourth quarter, when I call your name, please stand up and I'll read the description. Jennifer Helm. Jennifer has been truly instrumental in the formation of the Lewis County Gang Task Force, as well as in developing the classification process used for gang members that currently live in our community. She has also established and developed partnerships with multiple law enforcement agencies, both locally, regionally, and assist in identifying and combating gang-related crimes and violence. The work she does is quintessentially above and beyond, both in terms of her exceptional service and with regards to providing a substantial contribution to the citizens and agencies within the county. Now, these are a little different from the other ones. There is not a single individual to be recognized. Everyone will be. The second one we have is Deputy Tim English. During the fourth quarter of 2012, Deputy Tim English was assigned as the Commercial Vehicle Enforcement Officer for the Sheriff's Office. His primary job duties include regularly working with the Lewis County Public Works and, when available, responding to calls for service. In addition to his normal duties, Deputy English also monitors the federal surplus program for the Sheriff's Office and applies for equipment that we can use in saving Lewis County tax dollars. During one of his visits to Fort Lewis, he applied for a $350,000 vehicle that could replace 2 of our aging response vans. In October, our agency was notified we had been selected to receive this vehicle at no cost. Over the past several months, Deputy English spent over 200 hours coordinating the complete remodel of this vehicle, which includes painting, installation of new floorings, cabinets, computer equipment. Through his outstanding efforts, the new Lewis County Sheriff's Command vehicle became operational in January. And I don't know how many of you got a chance to tour it when it was out in the parking lot. Show of hands. You all get a chance to go out and see that? Yes. I did. That's a wonderful project. Thank you very much for your effort. Doyle Roberts. On December 26, a co-worker of Joelle's had a grand mal seizure in a clerk's office and fell and cut her head. Joelle was the one that acted quickly by rolling her on her side so she wouldn't continue to injure herself or choke. She stayed with her lying on the floor until the EMTs arrived. We appreciate her quick response and calm demeanor. If she hadn't been there, the damage would have been much greater. Most people stand by in shock, unsure of what to do, but she took charge. She's a fantastic individual and co-worker. Thank you very much. And the last one is a group from Solid Waste. Darren Sabin, Ron Sharber, Ty Musselman, Shannon McGinnis, and Tracy Rivera. Now, this was an exciting event in the morning. On December 3rd, 2012, a customer began having what was later diagnosed as a heart attack while driving up onto the tipping floor. The station staff heard a loud bang when the vehicle bounced over a curb, hit the guardrail, at which time the vehicle accelerated and followed the arc of the guardrail toward the tipping floor. Staff was not sure what was happening. The customer's vehicle ran across the tipping floor and hit the loader, badly damaging the customer's vehicle. Now you have to understand, they don't know what's going on. This car just speeds up along the guardrail. Staff called 911, checked the customer for a pulse, and tried to keep him calm until the paramedics arrived. A potentially
catastrophic.
A really bad situation. became manageable because of the prompt and calm response by the personnel. The customer survived thanks to, in part, the quick response of the transfer station staff and their paramedics. They faced another emergency situation on January 10th and involved the customer who brought a load of roofing material. The customer was standing in a trailer and the tailgate of his pickup while raising the dump trailer. When material started to slide, the trailer disconnected from the hitch, shoved the trailer forward back onto the individual, crushing his legs. The customer's helper moved the pickup and trailer forward and, along with personnel, assisted the customer until paramedics arrived. Without this quick judgment and rapid response from solid waste staff, the situation would have been much worse. So would you all please come forward?
Yeah, a little closer.
Then the PAC committee at the end of the year goes back and looks through all the different events, and they come up with an employee of the year above and beyond. And this year, from all the 4 quarters, we have to pick from the nominees: Cheryl McGee, Amy Hansen, Detective Dan Reardon, Rod McElhaney, Shane Holstein, Jennifer Helm, Deputy Tim English, Doyle Roberts, and the solid waste crew. And this year, they couldn't make up their mind. So we have 2 co-above and beyond of the year, and could Cheryl McGee and Doyle Roberts please come forward?
I'd like to say that I appreciate the participation in this. It's been a struggle trying to get people to make nominations, and we know there are people out there doing great work in the county, and sometimes we don't get recognized like they should. So appreciate the efforts of people putting forth nominations and getting those people the recognition they deserve. Thank you.
I also am impressed when I looked at all the evaluations of people's experiences and what we go through in the county, and who would have thought you would have to be doing things like you do in solid waste or the clerk's office, and you folks rose and did the job that needed to be done. So I really appreciate that.
I have just been pointed out that the 2012 and above and beyond employees, I missed 2 names. Would they please stand up? Sergeant Alan Stoll. You were a previous nominee. We'd like to recognize you and thank you for service. And I don't know how I could have missed. Is Rob Snazzy here?
Yes.
I've never seen you this quiet this long, and I don't know how I missed you, Rob. I apologize.
I saw him on TV the other day. Oh, wait a minute, that wasn't him.
Oh, a brother?
Thank you all for your service.
Thank you. I'd like to move that we approve a notice of a hearing for resolution number 13041.
Second?
Motion has been made and seconded. Wait a minute, you're missing the most exciting part of the meeting.
And thank you for doing so. We appreciate you going back to work.
Danette, are you doing this one?
What do we do, Steve? Steve, do we shut it down out there? You got everybody here.
Motion has been made and seconded for the notice of hearing, notice item 1, resolution number 13041.
Thank you, Lee Napier, Director of Community Development. Before you is a resolution for the board to consider, which would set a hearing date of February 25th, 2013, and along with that, we would publish the notice for this hearing date. This hearing would be a consideration to add new language regarding the boundary line adjustment code, and it would be amended to include review by Lewis County Health and Social Services of our boundary line adjustment. This was before the Planning Commission, and they are forwarding on a recommendation to the Board of County Commissioners. Along with setting the hearing date, the final draft copy of the ordinance will also be available for the public to review prior to the hearing, and then there would also be the opportunity for the public to comment on this as well. Any questions?
Thank you very much. Any further discussion on the notice agenda? Call for the question. All in favor say aye.
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 Aye. Opposed? Notice agenda is approved.
Madam Chair, I would like to add to the consent agenda, in addition to 2 through 4, I'd like to add item number 5, which is number 13045, which is approving an award to Valley View Health Center as recommended by the Chemical Dependency Mental Health Therapeutic Court Sales Tax Advisory Board.
Mr. Chairman, I move we approve the consent agenda as recommended for approval, items 2 through 5, resolutions 13-042 through 13-045.
Motion has been made and seconded. Are you going to do the warrants?
Yes. Approval of warrants for payment, item number 2. There were 356 warrants issued by the auditor's office for a total of $850,978.82. That's all.
Thank you.
Am I doing this tourism funding also? I don't see anybody from the fiscal office out there. Each year we are tasked with the responsibility of allocating money through the tourism dollars, the hotel motel tax. It's a very complicated process, and this legislation is coming before the legislature this year due to sunset. We are able to this year distribute $286,000 to different organizations in the county for purposes of tourism-related activities. And this resolution, 13-043, gives the disbursement of those tax dollars for tourism-related activities this year. The amounts are as follows. Veterans Memorial Museum, Chehalis, $8,000. White Cass Country Historical Museum in Packwood, $17,000. Cowlitz River Valley Historical Society in Morton, $7,000. Fire Mountain Arts Council in Morton, $9,000. Destination Packwood Association, $60,000. Chehalis Centralia Railroad Museum, $10,000. Art Trails of Southwest Washington, $9,000. Centralia Chehalis Chamber of Commerce, $20,000. Lewis County Historical Museum, $25,000. Mossy Rock Area Action Council, $8,500. Onalaska Alliance, $2,500. White Path Scenic Byway, $60,000. Visit Rainier, $40,000. And the Western Forest Industries Museum, $10,000.
Good morning, Commissioners. Tim Elsey, Public Works Director, speaking to item number 4 on your consent agenda, resolution number 13-044, authorizing the purchase of 3 pickup trucks and 1 SUV for the Lewis County Public Works Department. The Maintenance and Operations Division of the Lewis County Public Works Department has determined that 4 pickups in the fleet are in need of replacement and were scheduled, budgeted, and approved for replacement in the year 2013. The 4 pickups listed below, which are a 1996 Ford Ranger with 170,000 miles, a 1997 Chevrolet S10 with 175,000 miles, a 2001 Ford F-250 with 240,000 miles, and a 2001 Chevrolet 4x4 with 270,000 miles. These will be replaced by 3 pickups and 1 SUV, which are all available through the Washington State contract, which Lewis County has an interlocal agreement. This resolution will authorize the purchase of these 4 vehicles in the total amount of $104,616.34.
Morning, Danette York, Director of Public Health and Social Services, speaking to the added item number 5, resolution number 13-045, which is approving an award to Valley View Health Center as recommended by the Chemical Dependency Mental Health and Therapeutic Court Sales Tax Advisory Board. The purpose of that advisory board is to advise and make recommendations to the Board of County Commissioners on how best to allocate funds from the 0.1 of 1% sales tax. A special advisory board meeting was called in January to hear a proposal presentation by Valley View Health Center. Valley View proposes to apply for a matching grant through the John A. Hartford Foundation Social Innovation Fund. The grant is to implement the IMPACT model, which stands for Improving Mood, Providing Access to Collaborative Treatment, and it treats depression and as well as other mental health issues in the states of Washington, Wyoming, Alaska, Montana, and Idaho. Due to the tight time limit of the grant application, this presentation was heard at an odd time for this advisory board because we were still in the process of putting together the next RFP or request for proposal. After hearing the oral presentation from Valley View Health Center, the advisory board considered the application process and voted by majority to recommend to the Board of County Commissioners that they fund $173,000 per year for 2 years to the Valley View Health Center if they receive the award from the John A. Hartford Foundation. There is also a possibility of a 3rd year for the program, but that will be determined at a later date based on evaluation of the first 2 years. And Steve Clark, who is the director of the Valley View Health Center, is here today, and if you have any specific questions about the grant, he can help answer those.
Mr. Clark?
Yes, sir.
I was just going to ask you if you have a comment, and after you finish your comment, if we have any questions.
Well, I think as we've gone through this process, I guess what I'd like everybody to know is that in my mind, Valley View does not need this program. The county needs this program. Valley View's focus has been primary care. We've expanded in mental health, but I don't want people to think that we're going into this because it's something that Valley View needs. The county needs this. I saw it when I first opened Valley View. Mental health for preventive services is what we're after, and that's what we're going to be able to provide from this grant. Thank you.
Any questions?
I had one, but it escaped me.
Could you tell us where you have offices in Lewis County?
We have 8 locations throughout Lewis and Pacific County. So we have 1 office out in Raymond, then 7 offices here. So we have a walk-in clinic in Centralia by the hospital. We have the Valley View Main Clinic, 2690 Northeast Kresge there in Chehalis. Then we have Winlock, Toledo, Onalaska, Morton. I think I got all 8. Good night.
Steve, this grant, our grant to you, is contingent upon receiving the J.A. Hartford grant. Is that correct? That we don't disperse this money unless you do receive.
That is correct, and it's in a reimbursement grant, which means that we will spend the funds and then put in on a monthly basis to you all, and then on a quarterly basis to the grant.
And it's simultaneous. So much from them, so much from us at the same time.
It will be a 50-50, but because of cash flow, we're hoping that the county can reimburse us on a monthly basis, and then that you'll see that everything will be transparent. You'll see what we bill them for the other half on a quarterly basis.
The other issue I wanted to bring up is that the court system was very interested in a program like this, so we got a letter of support from the judges. They were all very interested in supporting this program, and the sheriff called and said he strongly supports this, and this is the kind of treatment his inmates need to keep them out of the jail and out of that revolving door. We call them high utilizers, and we're hoping that this solves that problem. We'll be monitoring it. So thank you much. Any further questions?
I was going to say, being in the community, I received a thumbs up from Cindy Mayo from Providence Hospital in Centralia, and also the Human Response Network had said they were very much in favor of this. And I appreciate your stepping out of your mission or your box of your facility and thinking about what we need in Lewis County. And I look forward to seeing the evaluation of these results as we try this method of impact.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Any further discussion? Call for the question on the consent agenda. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Consent agenda is approved. We'll now have a hearing. Vacation of J.A. Boyd Road, J.W. Isabel Road, Winston Creek Road, vacation number 13, TAC 002. We'll start these public hearings out with a staff report, followed by a question and answer period. Then we'll close the question and answer period and open it for public testimony. Mr. Larry Unzelman.
Larry Unzelman, Real Estate Services Manager, speaking to vacation number 13-2. This proposed vacation is regarding portions of the J.A. Boyd Road number 300, which is located in the southeast quarter of Section 24, Township 12 North, Range 2 East. The J.W. Isbell Road number 274, located in the northeast quarter of the southeast quarter of Section 24, Township 12 North, Range 2 East, and also in the northwest quarter of the southwest quarter of Section 19, Township 12 North, Range 3 East. Also the Winston Creek Road, or O.W. Wallace Road, number 173, located in the southwest quarter of Section 19, Township 12 North, Range 3 East, and also in the southeast quarter of Section 24, Township 12 North, Range 2 East. It should be noted that these 3 rights-of-way, even though named independently, do run together to form what looks like one road or right-of-way in the field. On October 1st of 2012, this board passed Resolution 12-305, which declared their intention to proceed to determine whether the aforementioned road rights-of-ways should be vacated and abandoned, and thereby ordered and directed the county engineer to make an examination of the roads. On December 26th of 2012, the county road engineer filed his report, which states as follows. The J.A. Boyd Road number 300 was established as a county road August 4th, 1897. The J.W. Isbell Road number 274 was established as a county road February 9th, 1892. And the Winston Creek Road, or O.W. Wallace Road number 173, was established as a county road on November 3rd, 1885. The only vacation of record pertaining to any of these three rights-of-ways is a portion of the Winston Creek Road, or O.W. Wallace Road, which was vacated in 1892. The right-of-way proposed for vacation at this time is approximately 2,970 feet in length. The property owners at the extreme west end, approximately 383.75 feet of the right-of-way, were not in favor of vacating the right-of-way adjoining their property and have not signed the petition. All other property owners that abut the remaining 2,586 feet of the right-of-way have signed the petition. This portion of the road is adjoined by properties owned by Charles Fry, James R. and Georgia A. Harvey, Gerald Gerard, Jeff and Geneva Quarrel, and James and Kathleen Cushman. All of these property owners have agreed to the vacation. The road is not presently maintained by the county, and the right-of-way does not abut a body of water and is not considered to be necessary as part of the county road system. Utility companies that have served this local area have been notified. The only utility on the right-of-way is a telecommunications facility on the extreme north end. Reserving the northerly 10 feet from this vacation will add to the present traveled Boyd Road and retain the location of this facility within the county right-of-way. The $700 administration fee has been paid by the applicants, and the applicants have submitted a $200 deposit for the legal publication fees. On January 7th of 2013, the Board of County Commissioners fixed this day, February 4th, 2013, for hearing on the preceding report of said county engineer, and notice thereof was published and posted as required by law. The report of the county engineer does state in his opinion that the roads abutted by the petitioners described above should be vacated for the reason that the public will be benefited by the vacation and by eliminating jurisdictional responsibility to the county and returning the property to the tax rolls. The roads that would be vacated would be the J.A. Boyd Road number 300, lying west of the northeast corner of the southeast quarter of Section 24, Township 12 North, Range 2 East, and east of the southeast corner of Lot 2 of survey recorded under Lewis County Auditor's File number 2001895. Also, those portions of the J.W. Isbell Road number 274 and Winston Creek Road, or O.W. Wallace Road number 173, located in the northeast quarter of the southeast quarter of Section 24, Township 12 North, Range 2 East, and in the northwest quarter of the southwest quarter of Section 19, Township 12 North, Range 3 East, lying south of a point 40 feet south of the quarter corner between Sections 19 and 24. And I would just add that those descriptions do exclude the northerly 40 feet, which would be for the utilities, telecommunication utilities, and it also excludes that 383 feet that adjoins the two properties where the owners were not in favor.
Larry, the portion of this that we're vacating, not only has it not maintained by the county, but there have not been a road constructed on this property. Is that true?
There's a driveway on a small portion of it that serves the Harvey property. Other than that, it's all unmaintained.
Unmaintained. It's never really had a road there. It's just that it in the original description. Do we know why?
No.
That's what I was going to ask. What triggers the vacation of these roads? Why does somebody step forward and ask them to be vacated?
I know what triggered it. I just want to know why the road was originally the right of way to start with.
What triggered it too?
The road was built in a location to the north from where this is, and it's presently called the Boyd Road, of course. The Harveys actually were the instigators in petitioning for this, and it's because that they maintain this basically as their driveway, and they would rather not have it be a public roadway, but just something that they could maintain themselves. I'm not sure it says in the record why the road was relocated to the north, whether it was found to be a better, more practical route, or
A couple things. That this road is replaced by another road that goes up a rather steep slope and has a couple switchbacks in it, which is why I asked the question. The apparent alternate route isn't a very good route either, I don't think, but apparently it's better than coming straight up the hill on this particular road. I'll save that for the comment period.
Are there any other questions from the board? Are there any other questions? Are there any other questions? Then I will close the question and answer period. Mr. Unzelman, would you like your opening comments be incorporated into the record of the hearing?
yes, I would, please.
Then I will open it up for public testimony.
I only have one comment, and that is that this, in my opinion, is how government should work. These people came to me with a question of why it was going to cost them so much to have this vacation done. And it triggered a whole response within the Public Works Department, which centered on what are the rules and regulations that we have regarding the vacation. And this happened to be one of these right-of-ways that had been established back in the early 1900s. And our response basically was, well, this doesn't make sense to charge these people. This maybe has changed hands 3 times, and why should we charge these people an inordinate amount of money, somewhere around $12,000? Is that what we were talking about?
I believe it was.
In order to vacate this right-of-way, when all we're doing really is putting the property back in their name, which should have been done a long, long time ago. So I look at it as a case of good government at work, and I appreciate the efforts of the Public Works Department getting this done.
Is there any other public testimony? Then I will close the hearing for public testimony and call for the question. I will entertain a motion.
I move that we approve vacation number 13002.
Second.
Motion has been made and seconded. Any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed?
Mr. Chair, seeing no more business before this board, I move that we adjourn.
Second.
Motion is made and seconded to adjourn. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We're adjourned.